So this is a masterclass in fear. Whatever your fears are, we're going to discuss them. So let's talk about fear. Why does it happen? How to overcome and get ahead. There are many, many types of fears, including specific phobias, social anxiety, and many other forms of fear that we all wrestle with. There are some visceral fears. There are some PTSD and past trauma fears. And we're going to try to reach that area of fear and help you overcome that fear. Fear, in my view, is waiting. Moving with certainty and asking yourself the question, why are we waiting? The people that move are the ones that make the money. Or you pay the price if you don't move. And you can check out our confidence videos on speed, timeliness, and the fear breaks your spirit. All fear is an illusion. It is all temporary. All of your fears come true if you allow them to. Having courage and fearlessness allows for your positive mindset to come out because you're facing all of your fears. You can go straight into action to negate those feelings of fear. So the fear of not believing is similar to a cancer. It is the fear of self-belief that prevents us from going forward and blocking us from the blessings that we know we deserve and should attain. The questions you need to ask yourself is, what is preventing you? What is the deep underlying issues that have to do with that fear? What is preventing you from getting there? Put all of your attention on what you desire instead of what you fear, and your goals will continue to reward. Fear is not an option for you. You cannot have weak thoughts. Don't give in to fear. Face your fears and overcome them. God gave us faith so we can surrender and give in to the divine and walk with no fear. Continue to not concede to that fear. It is like a death by 1,000 cuts, and it is the lack of self-talk that prevents us from that attainment of our life goals. Self-doubt, guilt trips, exploiting kindness, never returning favors, false information, all of these things are fear-based reactions. Change and get busy. Some people have fear because they have speech impediments. Some people are embarrassed to be heard. But you have to get fit and get over fear and get rid of that fear and the lying and all of those things. Fear is defense. Fear is anxiety. Fear is baggage. There are fear-based agendas that people put onto us, and we cannot let that impede on our decision-making. Some say fight, some say flight, but all of those things prevent you from achieving your goals and the things that you know you deserve in your life. Overcome your fears. What are you afraid of? Fear stops. Fear contracts. Fear and negative energy only impede our progress. Like 50 Cent's 50th law, the 50th law, which takes the whole book to realize, is that he was fearless in everything he did. Anytime someone tried to impose a fear onto him, he shook away from that and did what he thought was important to him. So move without fear. Does the lion have fear? Fear deals with doing nothing and that being the option. No, doing nothing is not an option. You have to dominate fear. Fear doesn't care. It just wants to take advantage of us. It doesn't say, hey, you know what? I don't want you to give in to the fear. No, it wants you to give in to the fear and stop you from taking action. Don't worry about anything that could go wrong. Just do it. This is a chance to resolve and build your capability and learn about yourself. Overcome your fears. Have courage to become the new you. Fear stops us from doing the things that we know we have to be doing. Fear is an army of attackers within our own soul. You have to break that circuit. The fear is fake. And you have to tell it to go away, you low state of energy. You have to have a high vibration state so you cannot be caught up in a fearless state and being in a fearful state where you are, paralyzed and you can't take action. So be very cognizant of fear and how it manifests in your life, how worry manifests in your life. A sage moves past the bad energy and does him. He moves past it or shows love. He does not feed into the fear, okay? Negative mindsets block blessings. Be fearless and become free. Energy leaks are your loss of self-control. Energy leaks are why you get weak thoughts that are seeking to intervene in your evolution. Fears can come true if you give them power. Fear and worry are creepers. They creep up on you and destabilize, diminish, and are disruptive to productive life and existence. Fear can be a visceral feeling or anxiety within a moment. Fears can add up and overwhelm you. Have no fear and be bold and jump to your next action. Be powerful in all of your engagements. Face all of your fears and stop lying to yourself. Your faith has to be so strong that fear becomes meaningless. Fearing something you don't have yet is also a unnecessary, unproductive action because you haven't even went through the work to know if you can have it or not. Having fearlessness, emotional stability, and thinking, I go towards what I want without fear, and if it does not work, which it will, I will be okay because there have been lessons that I learned in that situation. Live freely. Have courage and be bold and ask for forgiveness and have no embarrassment. Fear is an energy that rejects anything positive, and it also pulls in everything that's weak. So you have to take that fear and you have to have no fear of rejection. You have to have no fear of the shame. You cannot be scared and say, hey, I'm not scared, not me. No fear. Eliminate the negative and add to the positives. Take the doubt, failure out of the equation. Eliminate the loss. Win, win, win. Don't care how people perceive what you represent. Be the best you. Fear no evil. When you have no fear, action and doing and talking become effortless. Does a big fish in a small pond have fear? You have to forge ahead and have absolutely no fear. No fear of the outcomes, no hesitation, and having a no fear way of living. You got to have a strong mindset, no apologies, no fear, no shame, no regrets of being who you are. Don't listen to their fears, other people. Fear breeds inaction. Doubt breeds inaction. You have to eliminate that fear anytime it comes up. Preparation, culminating in action, eliminates the fear. Become obsessed with your now. When you don't have fear, you can achieve anything. Fears are constantly looking for us. Fears manifest in anger problems and not having forgiveness and not chilling out. Anger is your defense mechanism. It is not anything else. You have to have self-control and not get triggered, and you have to break those bad habits. And instead of breaking promises and vows and covenants, you have to stay down. You have to stay with the program that you're doing in order to achieve the results you want. Fear prevents you from breaking generational curses. The breakthrough is your own barrier that you've put in front of yourself. Come to the surface and make things happen. You can't break. You can't fold. You can't let leaks come in and take all of the strength away from you. These are self-inflicted punishments that we give ourselves, whether they're regret, whether they're harping, whatever they are. Forget the past. Break the rear view mirror. Whether it's chemical dependence, whether it's doubt or insecurity, whether it's being a coward, have courage and the spirit of winning. Defeat fear. Destroy it, or it will destroy you and your life. The devil put fear in people because it is trying to destabilize. Defeat fear. Destroy it, or it will destroy you and your life. The devil put fear in people because it is trying to destabilize people. The devil knows fear very well. It uses it in every facet of society to make people not take action and for them to be so fearful that they don't know what to do and they need to listen to others. So you need to let go of fear and not be shook, as they say, and be free. Don't give in to fear. Fear divides, and the conscious level of our inner self will be stuck in that fear if you do not break free from it. Use your beautiful mind to imagine everything except fear or anything that's related to fear. Don't give in to that fear. Don't imagine fear-related events. Don't reinforce fear. Don't use half measures. Go all the way. Have a belief wall and a mind strength that at the end of the road, you will not let fear come and hamper. Ego is fear. Embrace and eliminate fear totally. The emotion that you put into your past, fear quickly eliminates anything that's positive in your life. So don't let fear invade, interfere, or in any way come into you. When you feel fear, you have to quickly go for it. Do not give fear any kind of oxygen. You have to be confident enough and go after him. Whether it's, oh, I see this girl and I want her, I'm going for it. Fear creates an ever-ending lack of action. You have to go, and you have to go to that eternal life, which is God is in us. God is in us. There's an eternal light within us. And when we let fear in, it expunges and puts out that light that's within us. Excuse making. You have to break through those execution barriers and do it. Fear is a fake future event, an imaginary event that we're never going to get close to. But our mind tries to play tricks on us. And we will never get close to that event, but our mind has a great imagination. So you need to not give it oxygen. These are false narratives that are imaginary evils within our soul, that we succumb to failure and we repeat the cycle when we have that fear. Because our mind, our subconscious knows us very well and knows, hey, you know what? If I pump him with fear, he's going to do X, Y, Z. He's going to relapse. He's going to be victimizing. He's going to be X, Y, Z. Don't do that. Go right into action and live a productive, amazing life. Fear often grips us. But fear must leave. It must go. Whether it's fear of being alone, fearless. Champions don't think that way. They go and they save the day. Fearlessness is being scary, as they would say. Fear of loss, fear of losing your woman, emotional fear. They put fear inside of you so you don't speak, so you don't act. Fear is not an option. Fears must be released through prayer and through action and concerted effort. If we become our fears, we will not have a good experience on this physical plane. False narratives, all of these different things, you might as well create a whole movie about it. Fear is our first biological response to new situations that we have not encountered. But one of the key things to do is to go through the fire, jump into the deep end, go through all of those issues so you know what you're made of. Fight fear and win. Discouragement is BS. God has given you capability for you to be able to act And if you wanted fear to stop you, the world would not advance the way it has. Fighting for your position and your internal conscience allows for you to come up with a way to resolve things and for you to distance fear from all of your actions and get to where you want to go, where you know you deserve to. There is a famous term called FOMO, which is fear of missing out. It's ridiculous because you should have either been in that situation before everyone jumped in that situation, or you're jumping on a dying bandwagon and you might catch it for a few points, as they would say in the stock market, or you might get your butt handed to you. So don't have fears. Don't have fear of missing out.